Good evening, you guys. How is everyone doing tonight? See 15 people on. Yeah, I'm so tired. I'm gonna tell y'all what I was doing today, and I'm kind of pissed off about it. But I'm wired up though. But I'm mad. I had to get this client straight. Phenomenal black woman. What's going on, Miss Lady? Mr. Parker. Mr. Parker, you up late? I'm surprised you up late. Hey, Miss Nola girl. Um, yeah, I was out working. I had to go work tonight. And normally, like for certain cases, I normally don't do a whole lot of subcontracting, but I wanted to build a relationship with this particular investigative company from out of Texas. Um, but they got me fucked up. Excuse my French. They got me so fucked up. They thought I was gonna sit there all night. Wouldn't they had me so fucked up. I had to get him straight. I was mad as hell. Cause when it ain't nothing going on, that means you break off the investigation. But what they want to do is they want to build a client and think I'm gonna sit out there and just sit there in the all night. Mm-mm. I told him, I said, I sure hate to abandon this investigation because I know y'all need me for tomorrow, but I sure hate to abandon it and mess this relationship up. But that's what I'm about to do because I don't just sit out on streets and it ain't no damn movement. Well, I was thinking 1 o'clock. I said, I wish I would sit out here to 1 o'clock and it ain't no movement. Got me, oh, that makes me mad. Oh, that's what you call greed and, just don't care. Oh, I was like, Lord, please. Please, God, I don't really want to ruin this relationship, but hey, you have to. Sometimes it ain't no other way. He got the drift though. I was just about to crash when I got this notification. I was wondering why you wasn't. Oh, Mr. Parker, whatever. Oh, Lord have mercy. I be trying so hard to work with people. I do. They just people can be so difficult. Oh my God, they're just so unreasonable. Um, Phenomenal black woman. So sorry. What happened? Pray for my family. My nephew was murdered. Oh my God. I'm sorry to hear that. Oh wow. I sure will. There's so much crazy stuff going on. People just don't care anymore. They don't care about themselves. It's a scary thing when you hear people say, I don't even care about myself. it when you hear somebody say that, "What's up, Cypress? What's up, the Cyp dog?" When you hear people say, "I don't care about myself," we just living in, what do they say, peerless times. Hey, Miss Rita, I don't understand. Like, I'm a sensitive person anyways. Hey, positive vibes. I'm a sensitive person. So it bothers me when I hear people say that, they don't um feel like their life is worth anything. They don't think much of themselves. I wonder what could ever get a person to that point. I'm just talking about in general. I'm just saying, like, in general, when you hear people say, I don't think my life is worth nothing. And as a result, that's a reflection of what they do to other people. Like, that's a reflection of what they do to other people. They'll go out and take somebody else's life because what they do to other people is a reflection of what they think of themselves. TT tragedies are happening back to back to back. Yes. I don't know what, it's just sad. And everybody, that go out and do this stuff, they didn't come, all of them didn't come from out of bad households. I don't ever want for, I know I say, that kids are in trouble, or people have been in trouble households, but a lot of people, a lot of, young adults and kids and stuff, and old adults that do this stuff, they came from loving households, some of them. So, I don't know. I think genetically, people are something is going on. Yeah, I don't know if it's in the foods or whatever, but I think, it's I've never seen so much mental illness in my life. And they want you to think that it's normal. It's not normal. All of this mental illness that we see, it's not normal. It's engineered, if you ask me. I feel like I'm talking some shit tonight. Okay, Cypress, you must be drunk. Let's talk some shit then. Imma tell y'all the truth. When I was sitting in my car, I was looking at YouTube for a minute, of course, but I'm never able to really fully, like, when I'm especially when I'm sitting out in the dark, and I ain't have nobody with me tonight either. Nothing but my peacemaker, my pistol. Um, I was looking at this podcast. Y'all ever check out the twins? I always look at the twins, Kareem and Shadon. I was kind of checking them out. And I could hear this guy when I was listen. I was trying to listen to the podcast because they hilarious. They have some good topics. And I was looking at the podcast. I thought I was like, dog, that's not their voice. I was like, that's not their voice. And it was black dark in the area that I was in. I was like, I can hear some. I was like, because I can hear real good, y'all. I can hear really good. I was like, dog, I turned the podcast off, and I was like, the man was like he was walking in the dark, like walking up close to my car. I was like, let me start moving around because I don't want to have to kill this man on his street. Um, that's when I called a client and went off on the client. I was like, I don't sit on streets in the dark and it ain't no damn movement. Oh well, I told her, I don't really care what you told her. It ain't no movement. I've been out here since 2 o'clock. Want to build her, but have me sitting out there. Mm-mm. Uh-uh. Mm-mm. See, I get when I get mad. I know they need me for tomorrow. I committed for tomorrow, but I hate to have to tell them I'm not gonna go. Um, Anyways, I'm just venting. What was we talking about? I forget. That's how tired I am, y'all. What was I just talking about? I forgot. Shit. That's when you know you're tired and getting tired and old. Okay. I was just talking about somebody. I forgot who it was. Um. Anyway, y'all. So Cypress, what you wanna talk shit about tonight? Kind of wired up. Normally, when I'm out on cases, I have an adrenaline rush. It'd be hard for me to wind down. I'd be tired, but I be so amped up because I be consistently drinking like coffee. I be constantly going to get coffee. I have to keep myself hyped up. Mr. Parker says, why don't you tell the fam about the male vloggers you were watching the other day that was talking about women are bitches? Um, I don't know what blogger that was though, talking about women are bitches. Because I be looking at a lot of them. Um, I'm trying to think. It was that blogger from out of New York. Mm-mm. And I saw him cuss out another woman real bad too. I tried to watch him, but I saw him cuss. It was another woman that called into his show and he cussed her out real bad. Called her, no, that was that guy from out of New York that cussed out Jaguar Wright. I think these guys had people on their panel. This was a panel of guys. Yeah, you're right. This was a panel of guys. I think I know what you're talking about now. This was a panel of guys that was just talking bad about women. Mm-mm. I just happened to tune into their show and I tuned out too. And I'm thinking about that other vlogger that Jaguar Wright was on his show. I think that guy is from out of New York though. Yeah. He talked pretty bad to Jaguar Wright. He did. He talked pretty bad to her. He called her all types of names. Yeah, Star Report. Him. And I only tuned in to him because I've been hearing about that. Um, I had been hearing about that interview, Jaguar Wright, Star cussed her ass out. Come on, Mr. Parker. Now he talked to her pretty bad. He kind of went off on her pretty bad. No, she was disrespectful to him. I think she just asked him a question and he didn't like it. He said, I think he wanted a reason. He said she was mocking him. And he just flipped. Don't mock me. Don't mock me. I don't know what in the hell he was talking about. I think he didn't like about her calling into his show. Um, I think he was just ready to go off on her anyways. I don't really think she was that disrespectful to him. Because Jaguar Wright is pretty intelligent. I'm not saying everything that she says is right. What I'm saying is he kind of went off on her pretty bad. He says Jaguar Wright might be on some shit. Well, I don't think she's bipolar. I think she said she's bipolar. Another girl says his mom is Italian. He disrespects black women all the time. He just moved back to New Jersey. He was in Atlanta. His mother is Italian. It didn't do a thing for him because he looked like he pure black. He looks like a full-blooded black man. which means that he is what he looks like. I believe he was kind of scared that maybe he was scared that Jaguar Wright was gonna call him out on some stuff and being at some of those parties. Somebody else was talking bad about Jaguar Wright too. Who was that? Was it Choke? Choke No Joke says that he had issues with Jaguar Wright because she used to be a part of those parties or something other. I don't know, but I just think that, people should be able to um talk to. I'm trying to think of the podcast I was looking at the other night where it was a panel of guys, and I mean they was talking bad about women. They even had women was even and that's another thing too, like they had women coming up there on their panel, that was coming up on the stream, and they were still referring to women and just talking bad. I know that we're in like a different era. It seems like the younger women have more tolerance, whereas I don't know, they're desensitized to it when the guys were steady talking bad about women and calling women B's and H's and this and that. And for some reason, I don't know why those young ladies would go up on that panel where they was just determined to be disrespectful to women, but hey, they were able to coexist with it. So hey, Unlimited, La Familia. He said Joke was a part. Nola said Choke was a part of it too. He was the videographer for Rock Nation all those years. Oh wow. Oh wow. I know at one time he and Gene Deal was kind of into it, right? They think it's cute. Yeah, a lot of young ladies think it's cute. I don't see it. I don't see it being cute at all. That's why I like to. But that guy it was older. That Star Reports guy. I know he's probably older than me. I like to look at podcasts where people are pretty mature. Those guys were, I mean, they look like they were in their early 30s or something like that. So they're old enough to be more respectful. But hey, that's people can say what they want to on their podcast. I guess I don't have to look at it though. Um, Dialogue says they think it's cute. Unfortunately, yeah. No, Choke only worked for The Rock until the label folded. I thought Rock Nation was still operating. Rock Nation has folded. Stars in his 50s, yes. Well, I mean, he definitely old enough to know better. Choke blackballed. He was cool with Gene until Gene started getting all of the attention. That's what I was getting ready to say. I thought he and Gene were cool. What's up, OG Snake Spider? I thought that he and Gene were cool, and then I started seeing he and Gene, him going at Gene deals. So I didn't know what that was about. I tell you. You know what? I was thinking, I was like, dog, it's so many talented people. And to think about how the industry is like it's a lot of people that are decent. So I think sometimes things have to be torn down so that it can be built back up correctly. Hopefully when it's built back up, those persons who wanted their opportunity to be actresses to I hope I'm not being naive, to be in the music industry without selling their soul or their booty or whatever. I hope, it's a shame. I'm gonna tell y'all something. Listen, nobody could have ever told me if I had not seen the pictures, but somebody was saying that Puffy had two parties. They said he had a party from 7 until 12. What are you all doing? And then after 12, um, you know, you stayed if you wanted to, right? But I never would have even thought that that TD Jakes would be at Puffy's parties. I get to thinking, y'all remember that Y'all remember that preacher Eddie Long? I wonder if he used to go to those parties. Y'all know after he got exposed for being with boys, then all of a sudden when we saw him again, he was 90 pounds. And then 2, 3 months later, he was croaked. Nobody ever said he said it was cancer, but it just looked like something else to me. I just wondered if he used to go to those parties too. Said TT dudes nowadays trying to get in the lane left open by Kevin Samuels pass, and most don't understand how and why Kevin Samuels was able to navigate. KS background was image consultant. Oh wow, really? And they haven't said another thing about him being dead. Isn't that something? Come, Sam, you know TD down. Tell y'all something. There was this church in Memphis. I was going to different, especially when my girls were little. My girls were little. I was like, and my mother and them have always been in the church. My mother is an evangelist. So I was going to different churches and stuff, and I was always trying to get an understanding. I know y'all remember, I want to say the name of the church. I know Cypress would know the name of the church. And I was thinking about that today too, sitting out in my car on my case. And I was thinking about, how I was so dedicated. Like at that time, I wasn't making no money. And I was constantly trying to put money into church and stuff. I was like, Lord, it's like sow a seed. And I was sowing seeds. I had 2 little girls. And I was like, Lord, I want to sow these seeds so that I can increase. You felt like you had to give everything you got so you can increase. And I went to that church. This church was off of Winchester and Kirby Parkway. So Cypress, you probably, and those from Memphis know what I'm talking about. And so I remember he says, they had a daycare in the church. And so I was going to, for some reason, I was supposed to always take the new membership classes so they can teach you about giving and to get taking your tithes and offerings out of your bank account direct deposit. And I was like, well, I can't let them take it out direct deposit because I don't know, directly out of my account because I don't even know what I'm gonna have to pay. So, anyways, that's what those new class membership classes was for. So I was sitting in church. I was dedicated. I was going. I was making sure me and the girls went on Wednesday nights to Bible study, and I was like, God, maybe I can meet me a husband in the church or something like that. If you go to church and um, at that time I didn't know. Okay, so anyways, when I heard that pastor say, he says, I want for all of the members to sow $1,000 seed, and he says, I want all of you all to sow $1,000 seed by June. What? Hold. What the hell y'all doing? Get over here. I want y'all to sow $1,000 seed by June. And then he says, so when June came, people were giving. He was like, y'all can start giving like you could pay some if you can't pay $1,000 at one time because I want to pay the church off. Then you can give $100 a month or whatever. So when June came and went. So he was like, I told some members, I told y'all I wanted y'all to sow $1,000 seed by June. And he says, it's a lot of you all that have not sown that seed. Uh, what you doing? Yeah, I have to watch that pup. I have to watch my puppies. I'm going to get the boys spaded when I hear them making noises because I see he be sniffing his sister butt. I'm scared he want to try to fool with her. I can't be having no little retarded puppies. So they're going to get spaded, but it's next month. Their appointment next month. But anyways, you guys, he was like, he says there are people in the church that has not sown their $1,000 seed. And he says, and some of the people that have not sown the $1,000 seed are people that work for the church that I pay, like the work for the daycare, um, that works for the radio station, that do work around the church, the janitors and stuff. He says, I'm giving you all until October to pay that $1,000 seed. And if y'all haven't paid that $1,000 by October, I'm going to start replacing y'all. I did not go back. I was like, oh God, that's why you did not let me take those membership classes. I didn't go back for a very long time. Because I was like, dog, if people can't pay $1,000, it's because it is because they don't have it. So you gonna take their jobs from them because they can't give you $1,000? So, anyways, I decided one of my sisters, who is very religious, okay, they had a sexual healing conference. I ended up getting in there because I was with my sister. It was only supposed to be for married couples. Of course, I was not married, but I guess because I was with my sister, who's married to a preacher, I guess they felt like, I don't know, they didn't ask me if I was married. I didn't know. So I'm thinking you going to a sexual healing conference so that they could talk to you about, talk to single women about certain things and all of that, right? Child, in those classes, in one of those classes that my sister and I went in, and I think it kind of shocked my sister. She was like, the preacher's wife was like, my husband, they was selling some toys. They was selling some toys. So they was selling toys. They was taking Q&As and stuff. And I remember, saying, to my sister, I was like, I don't like no toys. It was like, you can speak freely in here. We're all women, we're all here to help each other. I said, I don't like I don't want no toy. I wouldn't want nobody. At that point, they realized I wasn't married. I wouldn't want nobody, even if I had a husband. I wouldn't want him putting no toy up in me. If he can't use what God gave him, we don't need to be doing nothing. So at that point, she said, y'all, it was a toy. I never forget, it was a fish. It was a fish because now they were selling the toys at the sexual healing conference. And it was people was talking about that. They was like, they felt like that they were out of line to have a sexual healing conference. Yeah, listen, y'all, it was a fish. When you would turn it on, it would start like flopping. And I was thinking, why would I want them to put a fish toy inside of me? She said, "Oh no, this is my husband loves this. This is for they was marketing them that my husband loves when I use this." I'm so green at the time. I'm like, "Well, how do you use that on your husband?" I'm like, "How do you use the fish on your husband?" Yeah, it went into the rectum of the man. That really did it. That did it for me. And so my mom had to talk to me because I didn't go back to church for a real long time. I was like, "Oh Lord, mm-mm." They telling these women that they supposed to be putting toys like fish that flop in their husband's rectum. Mm-mm. But that's what the sexual healing conference. And I'm not being judgmental. I know it's a lot of people do a lot of different stuff. Okay, I don't want people to think I'm being judgmental. To each his own. It's just I don't want no man that want no nothing up in his ass, and he ain't put nothing in mine other than his wing thing, his wing, and it's going in the front. Um, he said the Church of Diddy Christ. I'm telling you, they was telling you how to please telling those women how to please your husband. At one point, the pastor had brought a bed in the pool. Yeah. Oh, oh. Yeah. I don't. Mm-mm. They bringing beds in the pulpit, demonstrating. Mm-mm, mm-mm. And I was told that I was not married. That's why I couldn't understand. Married people didn't see anything wrong with it, but even if I was married, I would have because I'm gonna have a problem with any man, even if I'm not married to him. If he mess around and say to me, um, he better not. He better not. I don't want nobody that want their damn rectum tampered with, and that's the issue that the other pastor had when he wrote the book. See, that's the problem. You remember Stacy? He wrote the book talking about the G spot, how his wife put his finger. It's a certain point that you know, if when you're married, they always say, you know, the bed is undefiled, so your wife is allowed. What's his name? Cypress Stacy. He's across the street from that church that I was going to. Oh God, Stacy. What's Stacy's name? He right there on Winchester, off of in East Memphis. You remember he wrote the book, Stacy, talking about the G spot. He says that his wife, your wife can put her finger up in Stacy Spencer, that's his name. Remember yeah, Stacy Spencer. Who? Mm-mm. So you have women going around saying the bed is undefiled. I don't like doing it, but Pastor said my husband wanted to do it. I would have knocked that. I said, I don't want no man that's gonna bring the hood up out of me. How do you even ask baby break out that Tushy tuna? She was saying her husband loved it. They had some they had a lot of toys. They were selling them at the sexual healing conference. They had another toy that had a fringe on it. Whereas you rub it over the crack of their booty. Y'all, I listen. Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. We've always had, it's unfortunate because I've always had people to say to me, "Well, you ain't gonna get no husband if you can't be submissive." If planning his ass is being submissive, I don't want his cis ass. Lord forgive me for saying it, but I just had to. Um, the who in Memphis flocked to. Yes, the who's who in Memphis flocked to that church. You're absolutely right. He wrote that book and it was controversial, and he was talking about how his wife, telling talking about the G spot, and how your wife can put her finger at a certain point, either her finger or her tongue up his rectum, and it was controversial. And that's when they got to talking about, well, the bed is undefiled when you're married, so anything goes. I remember, mm, I mean, I don't have no issues. I mean, to each his own, though. Just not me, because I don't want for people to think I'm judging them that do that. It just ain't for me. So the wives giving holy prostate, that's what's going on. That's what's going on. Mm-mm. I would look at a man differently if I had a toy and the fish was flopping in his booty. Yep, he used to be out and about at some places. I used to be STVV because when I was active in Memphis. Child. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Let the good book teach about that's what I'm talking about. They act like they forget about that. They act like they forget about that. Kevin Felder, they act like they forget about that. And what they try to do is they try to, when people they try to use it to flip it to fit what they want. Well, it ain't nothing wrong with it as long as a woman doing it. Mm-mm. I'll never forget. I have a cousin that is he's gay, and I love him to death. I love him so much. I don't have any issues with gay guys, because I love my cousin so much. And, I remember he walked in with this guy, and the guy just so happened to be who walked into another aunt's house. We were at a gathering. Happened to be a little guy that lived down the street from my mother, and he was living. Him and his wife was living with his mom about 3 doors down from my mama. If that nigga didn't almost ball up in a knot when he looked at us, he was in the corner almost balled in a knot. They want ass fish, not catfish. I don't know what catfish is though, cause I don't know why they be listen. They want ass fish, not catfish. No, like I said though, to each his own. To each his own, y'all. I'm not judging nobody. Hey Tracy, says the dude was balled up in a knot. He was balled up in a knot. He did. He was in the corner, almost balled up in a knot. He was really just embarrassed that he recognized us and he walked in there. He knew we knew. He knew we knew. He lived 3 doors down from my mama, and him and his wife was living down there with his mama. What y'all doing? Rainbow, you stay over here so I can see you. No, this says young people call it Bucci cat. They call it Badusi. That's what the gay guys call their stuff. They call theirs Badusi. Badusi. Mm. I ain't gonna tell no lies now. I hear a lot of like gay guys brag about how much men pay them. They say that the men would never pay the women as much as they pay them. Because the women get $40 and they paying them 150, $200 a hit. I promise to God, that's the Lord Jesus. Mm-mm. She said Bugina. That's what they call it now, Bugina. They used to call it Badusi. They call it Bugina. Hey, hey, hey. Nola girl says because they DL. Mm, mm, mm. Mm, mm. How we get on that subject? I ain't no way I'm gonna be at work on a Saturday tired from listening to you talk about bullshit. Good night. Cypress, what you wanted to talk shit about? Because this I don't even know how I got on this subject. It's just weird. I'm so tired. I don't even know what made me start talking about that. Maybe somebody asked me something. Cypress says, "Shit, wow, man." Have any issues with gay guys at all. I have issues with guys that like men and don't and know and they try to use women as a beard. I think people should live in their truth. If you know you want to be with a man, why don't you just go be with a man and stop caring about what people think? He says my PD wheat straw would drop off my body and leave me if I ever disrespected him like that. Mm, mm, mm. I tell you. I like men that have standards. I love men that would say, "Nah, baby. Nah, baby, I don't do that. Nah, baby, I don't mess around like that." When they have standards of what they won't do, that's a turn on to me. That turns me on when they have standards. You and Mr. Parker, 1967. Hey, Mr. Parker, 1967. Mr. Parker just be talking shit. That's what he be doing, talking shit. Anyways, y'all, let's talk about something that don't make people uncomfortable. Cause I'm just talking about anything now. I don't even know what I was talking about before. Oh, I was talking about a podcast that I was looking at the other day, and the guys were all on the panel, and the girls were coming up on the panel too, and they was being disrespectful. They was completely disrespectful to women. And the girls were coming up there just like they desensitized to it. Just, I mean, they were talking about women, so why would they ever want to join in a conversation and coexist with a bunch of guys that was being so disrespectful? Mhm. Um, Cypress, what did you want to talk shit about? You said you wanted to talk some shit tonight because you was feeling good. I guess you went and got your what do they call it? Um, Don Julio. You said you be drinking that Don Julio Cypress. I would drink me a glass of wine, but it's just gonna knock me out. Maybe I'll drink it right before I go to bed. Wine makes me sleepy. I get very, very relaxed. Cypress, what did you want to talk shit about? You keep saying you want to talk some shit. Talk it. I don't know what I did with my charger. Let me see if I can charge it up right here. Charge this up. It's amazing what people will put up with for 5 minutes of fame. That's so true. I get to thinking about like when they was talking about R. Kelly and those women. R. Kelly should not have been messing with underage girls, right? At the same time, their mothers should not have been allowing their underage children to they really should have been in the cell next to R. Kelly because they knew what R. Kelly was accused of, and they basically was selling their children in hopes of coming up, basically. But like some of those grown women, adult women that hey, hey, stop. those young girls that he was messing with that was adults, they basically put up with that. Unfortunately, when they was talking about they was eating boo boo and all of that. I don't know if that's true, but that's just what I heard, right? Feces. Why would they ever put up with something like that? I don't think he was holding them hostage. I think they put up with it for some money. They said Paul Young, Teddy Long looking ass got to go. Why Paul why you say that about Paul Young? What he do? He just got there. No, the girl says R. Kelly's daughter just spoke out about him. R. Kelly's wife was married to him all those years. And she says that she didn't know that he was doing that. Nobody ever knew he had a wife. But you trying to tell me she didn't know what he was doing? Yeah, what happened? R. Kelly's daughter just came out about him. I think R. Kelly has a transgender daughter. I think he has a transgender daughter. When R. Kelly when R. Kelly went broke, they turned on him. When R. Kelly started pressuring them about, because he couldn't read, or still can't. When he started pressuring them about his money, because the lawyers, everybody was getting his residuals except for him. When he started pressuring them about that, they made sure that that's when they turned on him. How dare him think, you know, that they're not supposed to treat him like a slave, I guess. So they gave him all of that so then when he finally opened his eyes, they enabled him to be the freak that he was. So then when he finally opened his eyes and started asking about his money, they could do exactly what they did to him. It's unfortunate, but I mean, I think he said a long time ago he had a sickness as it relates to little girls. So why would people even bring their kids around him? That's why I say women tuition only works with dudes they are not sexually attracted to. R. Kelly's wife loved the life. She ain't have to have no intuition about him because I believe she was looking right at it. She knew exactly what was going on. Till the money ran out. It says Memphis was mentioned in the YSL trial. They read a letter from Fannie Willis who bashed the Memphis judicial system, the nerve bringing Memphis up, who actually didn't drag their trial out. Oh, Lord Jesus. He said his mama or sister took advantage of him. Mm. Who said that? R. Kelly? Mm. Mm, mm, mm. Mm, mm. His sister is the one that used to starve him too, right? I believe if R. Kelly got out of jail today, I think that he probably could still sell out. No, Imma tell you something. It's a girl that does my lashes, one of them, because I have several that do my lashes. Jimmy, well, I ain't gonna say her name because she came in here. She be in here sometimes, and she says that when she was 16 years old, and Imma tell you something, Jamil, I mean, she's thicker now because she's older, but she still got her shape. You could tell she got that butt. She got a big butt and all. And when she was younger, she was slender with that real big butt. And she says that when she was 16, I don't know how she and R. Kelly, they used to communicate. She said, she said she always, whenever he was around the South, she always got free tickets, um, and all of that. She would go to the concerts. She and her friends could go backstage. I asked Jamia, I said, listen, did he ever mess with you? She said, mm-mm, he never messed with me because if he had, she said, because if he had tried, I would have gave it to him. I mean, you can't get no more honest than that. She said he didn't try. He would give her tickets, have her to when he was around the South, they always got free tickets. He would pay for, them to travel there. She said, but he never tried nothing because if he did, she would have went. Mm. Lord have mercy. Wow. So his daughter says that he did that to her? Oh my God. Oh my God. I made a mistake and said nobody gonna know who she is. Nobody knows who she is. I made a mistake and said it. Switch B says, well, his daughter. So his daughter actually says that he did that to her. Oh my God. I had no idea. What interview was that on? Because I gotta go look at it. So what's that? What whose vlog was that on that she did the interview? You're right, Miss T. He said he had a sickness about young girls, but but nobody tried to help him. Right? He said that. He said he had a sickness, and he was like, "Don't pray at him, pray for him." He said, "Don't pray at me, pray for me." That's what he said. And I remember that. And that was way before all of this stuff really started coming out. We had heard about hey, hey, hey. We had heard about Aaliyah. We had heard about Aaliyah. We knew Aaliyah was like what, 13, 14 years old when he married her. Well, the industry still protected him because at that time he was still making them a lot of money. He couldn't read and write. So, all he was doing was just signing all his checks over. All he was doing was just signing all of his checks over to them. So as soon as he started questioning them about his money, that's when all of this stuff happened. Which it never they this what he was doing should have been stopped a long time ago. But I think what they do is they know R. Kelly got a sickness. They bring all the young girls around him so that he could take advantage of the young girls. And then they video record it, they get dirt on him so that when he starts saying, listen, um, you know, um, he starts saying, listen, I want somebody else to, to look into what's going on with my money. That's when all the scandals happen. So I think that's what went on with that. Same thing with Puffy. Puffy might get off, but they gonna try to they really I don't know if he gonna get off or not though, because it seems like to me they're doing the exact same thing to Puffy that they doing to R. Kelly one by one. Y'all, what did Jaguar Wright say about Jay-Z that made them send their lawyers at that Pierce guy? She ain't said nothing about Jay-Z and Beyonce that she didn't always say, but what did she say on his show? It's got everybody so up in arms. Because I haven't looked at it. She said, "Stop. Let's look at the facts. This dude was hanging out at where school." She said they were a nasty couple. She was saying he was evil, he worse than Diddy, all type of stuff. Well, it seems like to me when Jaguar Wright starts talking about people, something be getting ready to happen. That's how it seems to me. But I think Jaguar needs to be really careful because see what had happened is they'll mess around and then something will happen to her. I don't want to see them do anything bad to Jaguar. I'm not saying she shouldn't speak her truth, but I think she need to be careful about a lot of these platforms when they fly her in and stuff, because shoot, they could be setting her up. We see now folks will do anything for some money. They don't have no qualms about doing anything for some money. This big did Pierce apologize? Yeah, they said that Pierce apologized to Jay-Z and Beyonce. They sent their lawyers. So he had to apologize. But when they start letting people come on platforms to destroy you, that means that Jay-Z and Beyonce don't have the control that they once had, though, because that would, if that's the case, it never would have happened to begin with. So I believe Jaguar when she says that they are next on the list to be taken down. Said Jaguar has a mental illness. She say things about everyone. I'm not saying some stuff not true, but she adds a lot of stuff. Mm. What you doing? Mm. To- what did Obama do, Mr. Parker? What happened? It says Jaguar lost her son. She said he was a sacrifice when she was part of the industry, so she does have issues. Miss T, what you feel about Mama Duck filing a lawsuit against King Von Estate and Lil Durk and his label? I think she should do it. I'm glad that she did. I think that she should do it. And she also needs to file one against the city of Chicago too, because they let that boy lay out there and die. And they didn't try to get him no help. He lived 22 minutes out there alive, asking them to help him. And they was talking about they had to make sure the scene was cleared. They let that boy bleed out. He was trying to fight. The hospital was right up the street. Why not let the ambulance through? The police talking about they trying to make sure the scene is clear. You let him lay out there 22 minutes. Mm-mm. They could have got him to surgery, try to do something for him. He tried to demean black men for not supporting Kamala, the chameleon. Hmm. Mm-mm-mm. Let's see how all the celebrities you think on them freak out taps. How many celebrities? I think just about all of them were in. That's why they're so quiet. They were all going to those freak off parties. I think that's what they do in Hollywood. We're gonna agree to disagree. I think she did it because the money ain't money and no more. I saw a video of her perpetuating and egging her other son about shooting other black men. No hope. She don't get a dime. I do. Dirk them were the ones that they're responsible for her son's death. I think she should sue them and win. That's how I feel, though. Yeah, don't y'all know people are putting their Christmas stuff out already? People are putting out their Christmas. They got their Christmas decorations out in their yard. You said she was egging her other son. I hate that they killed Duck. I do. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Oh man. Um, so our facts. I've been watching this lady for years. She was gang mom. She knew about all the drilling and killing in both sides and yard to egg it in its videos of her all in the mix. Yeah, I think that Mama Doug should be compensated. She lost a child and they robbed him of his of his life, his future, and she need to get the city of Chicago too. Mm, mm, mm. He said, "We're gonna agree to disagree." Oh yeah, I put my tree up today. Well, my granddaughters are here because they leave tomorrow. I don't know. I was in Dollar Tree and I was looking at some Thanksgiving stuff. I was like, dog, I want to put out the Thanksgiving stuff. The fall stuff before I actually put up the Christmas stuff. I'm going to I normally put up a tree. I did some decorations last year, but I didn't put up a tree. So this year, since my grandbaby is about to turn 2, I'm gonna put up a tree. I'm gonna put up a tree. I'm gonna do what you did. I'm gonna have her to come over so we could put it up together and put my little stockings and stuff. All of their little stockings and stuff. I don't know what I'm gonna get my girls. I think I'm gonna just get my girls a gift card. I don't feel like doing all this shopping this year, other than for my grandbaby. And I've already gotten her quite a bit of stuff. Her birthday, some of it I'm gonna give it to her for her birthday. The other stuff I'm gonna give to her for Christmas. And I think I'm just gonna get my girls some gift cards. I'm gonna do the same thing for my nephew and my sister and my mom. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, I think that's how I'm gonna do it. Um, it's a video, Miss T. Look it up. She arguing with another dude saying that's why her son shot him, and she told her son he should have killed him. Huh? I never seen another mom behave that way. Mm, mm. Oh, you leave it up and turn it into a Mardi Gras in February. Oh wow. Hmm. When does it start to get warm in New Orleans again? My friend's been asking me for the longest to come and visit them. I can't visit them this year. I'm not gonna be able to do it, but I don't wanna I'm gonna have to ask her when it starts to get warm in New Orleans. Um, Maybe I should visit them around May. I'm sure it'll be hot again. I like to go places unless I'm going for work. I like to go places when it's hot if I'm gonna be there vacation. Like I gotta go some places this month and next month, but it's basically for just for training and for work. Where's Cypress at? I thought he said that he wanted to come in here and talk some shit. Oh, y'all, Imma tell y'all what I've been binging on. I've been binging on, like I told y'all Roberta Flack. Yeah, I've been binging on her music and on the OJs and, on Frankie Beverly and Maze. That's some real feel good music. Yeah, that's some real feel good music. I love listening to that music. Maybe if it doesn't get bad, maybe we can meet in Skelton and have lunch and exchange Christmas. Where is Skelton at? I'll be in around November. I'll be in St. Louis around the St. Louis area because I come to a friend of mine does a conference. She does it's a conference slash training as it relates to trafficking, human trafficking. And she's been doing it now for several years. And she has some of the Missouri FBI agents to come to the train. They come to the training and they speak. She has law enforcement. She has quite a few people. It's a very awesome training. It really is. It's an awesome training. And that's why I say, like, out of all of the states, I think that Missouri, Tennessee, um, and Indiana. Missouri, Tennessee, and Indiana has the best FBI branch. They have the best FBI branch. They really do. And it's probably more, but those are just the ones because when you start talking about Mississippi and Georgia and Louisiana, those I don't they totally mm-mm, not they really need to be changed out. Absolutely nothing. I'll leave my tree up. Let's see. Oh, you Sykeston, Missouri. Love Sykeston. I like to go to Sykeston to go to that place. Remember they closed up and then they open it back up where they throw the rolls at. We would drive down there sometimes just to go to that place. I put Lambert's. Remember they closed it up and then they opened it back up. Be quiet. Hell. Hold hold on, y'all. I'm making me some coffee so I won't be going to sleep on y'all. So I won't be going to sleep. Because when I get off, I'm gonna just turn the TV on and not be sleepy. I'm gonna let y'all hear my song while I make my coffee. I'll be right back. I'm gonna let y'all hear a little bit of my song that I've been binging on. I'm gonna let y'all hear a little bit of it while I fix my coffee right quick. Pour my cup of coffee. I've been binging on this song right here. flat. That's that good music that they don't have anymore. That's that good music. Love that song, the early 70s. Yes, that's when life was so great. I promise you. Well, I mean, I don't know nothing about the early 70s, but you could just tell from the videos and stuff. I used to date this guy. Stop. I said stop. I used to date this guy. He was born in 1972. Asked him, I said, "Do you remember the 70s?" He was like, "Yeah." I was like, "What was it like?" And he said, he was like, "It was fun." He was a little boy. He was like, it was a lot different. He said he enjoyed, he was able to be like a kid and all of that. He said he still remember the 70s. It was a nice time. She was messing with Jesse Jackson on the side? Ooh, I had no idea. Child, just say you ain't like none of the love songs I sent you. I did. I like those love songs that you sent me. I appreciate them, Mr. Parker. Mr. Parker emailed me a whole lot of love songs. I appreciate that. No, the girl says, I was born in 64. The 70s was a great decade. Oh, wow. You could tell it's like black people like enjoyed, they felt proud. I love looking at like a lot of the documentaries from the 70s. I do because it seems like I'm 1978. I can't remember that song. Nice though. Yeah, I started learning about her music, really just appreciating her music as of recently. I remember she did a song on one of my favorite movies when I was a little girl, and every time I heard that song, I would think of that movie, and I binge on the song so much now. I do, I binge on it because when I was like, "Oh my god, that's that song." I binge on it now. It's called, "Just When I Needed You." She got some hits, and she wrote a lot of songs for other artists. So I've been binging on her and on when I was on my way home tonight, I was listening to the OJs. Y'all know my favorite song, You Got Your Hooks in Me. A lot of love. I'm 71, baby. Oh wow. Was the 70s like the early 70s? Was that around the flower time or was that in the late 60s? The flower. You know what they call it, the flower in San Francisco, the flower kids. I was born in the 60s. Wasn't that around like the late 60s? That was around the flower time. I forgot what they call it, the flower people. Oh, her and Donny Hathaway got some. Oh, I love her and Donny Hathaway's music. The late 60s was the Flower Children. One of my favorites. If it don't fit, don't force it. Yeah, the hippies. Yeah, the hippies. I binge on this song that she did with Donny Hathaway. It was called the Woodstock. Okay. I like this song right
At
here.
Fry's, we want our produce to exceed your fresh expectations. We promise it's 100% fresh.
You know, there was something about that beat that just gets you upbeat. They don't have those type of tempos no more. Like it automatically just gets you upbeat. It does for me. It does something for me. It said free love, everybody effing. Oh Lord. Get in here. Oh Lord, the Black families were civil rights affiliated or Black Panthers. Feel good music back then, now it's murder. Yeah. I don't even think they make love songs anymore because they don't want you to think about love. Now it's break a nigga, run me my money and all of that. They don't want you to think about love and all of that. That's a way to keep you divided. It was a lot of drugs in the 70s, LSD, marijuana, and heroin. It was a party scene, Studio 54 disco. Oh, wow. Mm. Boogie Wonderland. I like that. They want kids depressed. Yeah, they do. They want kids depressed and on drugs. They want for men and women to be divided. So if men can look at women as only as bitches and whores and somebody that they can just bust a nut on and sell their bodies for them and um I mean, then that destroys the family structure. If women look at men as being no good, only, to trick them off, trick off on them, or stuff like that. I mean, we're really in a bad state. Songs my mama and daddy grew up on, like some of the songs from the '60s too. I like that song that guy sing. He was a preacher in St. Louis, believe it or not. 'Cause he just died. I looked him up. I love that song, "The Choking Kind." I like that song so much. Ain't no money in the nuclear family. The money is in despair and dysfunction. That's true, and that unfortunately, that's what's happening in our community. I think we should start back, um, promoting and talking more about healthy marriages, the family structure, because now what they promote in our community, unfortunately, is being baby mamas and that's why you hear, girl, my baby mama, they don't say anything about being a wife or being a husband, having two-parent households. When people start talking about that, they want to make you feel bad. Well, you being judgmental. No, that's not being judgmental. I mean, if you have children and you're not married, that's cool. But I mean, I think we should still promote that. So at some point, the girls could say, just like my grandmama told me, "Hey, hey, hey," just like my grandmama told me when I got pregnant with my second baby. My grandmama told me when I got pregnant with my second baby, she said, "Let me tell you something, girl. You got this second baby. Don't you bring another baby here and before you get a husband." Hey, hey. So I think we need to get back to promoting that. Not condemn somebody for having children and they're not married, but at least let them know you need to get you a good husband so that you can um have somebody good to help you to take care of your babies. But now, I haven't seen anything like it before. I remember a time when men married women, when they got with women that had children, you know, um, if they really loved that woman, they didn't the children were, you could not tell those men that those children were not theirs. You could not, especially if he married, that's my son, that's my daughter, and which that's how it's supposed to be, you know? You become the bonus parent. Some kids don't have their father in their life, so you become, the father. That's your child. That's your wife. That's your child. But I hear, men say now that not all men, just some say, a woman should be happy if she has kids, and I get with her. She should be happy, or all she got to bring to the table is another man's children. That's a woman that children are a blessing. Um, I know if I got with somebody and he had kids, if I marry him, those kids, those are my those are my children. I would never look at him as a single father that's just bringing some kids to the table that's not mine. But that's not how my mind works though. That's not how my mind work. Cause I would look at it as a blessing. Wow, he's got children. Cause I always wanted a lot of kids. I wanted 6 kids. Wow, he's got kids. That's a blessing. Hopefully we can, develop a genuine relationship and they would accept me as being their bonus mom. He says it's over with. Social media will set our community back permanently if we're not careful. That's so true. Facts. And ain't no way my grown daughter coming up in me and my wife house stealing my from me. I'll give it to him. I give it to him. I got real good girls. Willie, why you say that's cap? Nola says they've convinced black women not to need a man, only to struggle on their own, neglecting their kids, working, leaving the streets. Yeah, that's true too. We need black men, and I think that women should get back to that. We need good black men, not just a pair of pants, but good ones, to help with the kids, to lead the households. I know a lot of women don't. A lot of women feel. Oh, shit, shit. Quiet. Y'all, these dogs are on my nerve. I forgot what I was getting ready to say. Stop barking. Hold on, y'all. I tell y'all what. Come on. Hold on, y'all. Give me a second. Let me put them in their house. Yeah, hold on. Yeah, hold on. Give me a second. Let me get their stuff straight. Hey, y'all. I'm back. I have to get them situated, put them in their houses and stuff. Um, you need help right now. Hell, they determined Granny. He said they determined Granny. He says true, and the kids started favoring them, feed them long enough. It's a package deal. I mean, that comes without a thought. How anybody could ever feel like they could be with somebody that has children and not have to deal with their kids. I mean, that's supposed to be talked about before you even date the person. I'm talking about before you ever get serious. Cause right, you date with a purpose, right? Okay, is this a person that, my girls are grown, but I mean, I can't have a husband when my girls come over and his nose and stuff all turn up. Why them girls coming over here so much? I don't want to have to deal with nothing like that. I don't ever want to be put in a position like that. I said, ain't no way my grown daughters is coming up in me and my wife house stealing my wife's body cream, Tide detergent and Summer's Eve. Cypress, you lawyer, we building families. Cypress watch, she says, Cypress TV, you stop, lawyer, we building families. That's right, we building families. Cypress, you need to be trying to have you some kids before you get too old. I wish I would have got married and had me some more children. I wanted to have 3 boys and 3 girls. I probably wouldn't have known what to do with 6 kids, but to be crazy, be more cuckoo than I already am. Cypress, you need to have you some children. Kids are a blessing. Tracy said he passed the mark. He gonna have to get him a young girl because women his age don't want to have kids anymore. You don't want no kids ever. Oh, you want some kids. You just saying that. Kids, that's the best thing that could happen to you. To have a little baby. Oh, they get big so quick. Think about it, when I had my babies, one minute they were babies, the next minute I was taking them to kindergarten. I always recorded their first day of kindergarten on yeah, on VHS. I still got those tapes. I recorded I remember my oldest daughter became a majorette in the 2nd grade. They brought the majorette program in. And I remember I was sitting there work, I was calling up there, did she make it? We don't know yet, Miss Tamara. Um, the majorette coach has not said. I call back. Is she on the list? Did she make it? I don't know yet, Miss Tamara. The coach is not here yet. I mean, I was calling all day. Did my baby make it? Finally, I called back. I said, I'm calling. They said she made it. She is on the list. I said, Lord, my mom said they probably put her on the list because you went crazy. I was that type of mama. And then the first time she performed, oh my God, I went crazy. She performed at she was going to Whitehaven Elementary And the first time she performed, we were in the cafeteria. My baby, she should have been they really should have made her the captain of the team. She had so much energy. I was like, oh my God. And my baby always wanted to be a majorette because I was one. And she made the team, and my other baby was a flag girl. And I remember the first time I saw my baby, because she was always the shy one. The first time I saw my baby in the parade, I was screaming. I was screaming louder than anybody out there. And she was just looking straight ahead. I said, "You act like you didn't see me." She said, "Mama, I heard you out there screaming. I was just trying to look straight ahead." That's how she said, "I was just trying to look straight ahead because I was embarrassed." I was screaming. That's how it was. I was screaming in the cafeteria. And my grandma was still alive too at that time. It was me, my grandmother, my mama. My sister took off to see my baby perform her first time as a majorette. I was in the cafeteria. I was screaming out I mean, the kids was holding putting their finger in their ear. I was screaming so loud for my child. He says, "I'm 46, never had any kids, but I have kids. My brothers and sisters have kids. I didn't get that." You can still have children. You can still have them. You can still have them. I would think whoever I marry, his children are probably going, if he has any, they're probably going to already be grown. Cypress TV picture camera. This Pampers in his front pocket, diaper cream under his cap, wipes in back pocket, diaper bag. Got to go back. Help time. um, by the time my baby got to high school, and she was going from the majorette squad to 1 year she would be a majorette mama. I tried everything she tried out for. She made. I tried out for cheerleader. I made it. I said, "Oh my God." So that means I would have to buy though, because their dues and their uniforms and stuff, their trips and stuff, they were expensive. And so I was like, dog, I didn't want to tell her not to do extracurriculum activities. I was like, Lord, this girl going from majorette to she want to be in a key club. She want to be in this. I couldn't tell her not to do it because I wanted her to do it, but she was hitting me up across the head with paying all those fees and buying uniforms and paying for competitions and stuff like that because she wanted to be in everything. But of course, my dad always helped me. I would always tell her, "Okay, you're gonna need to call your granddaddy for this," because when it came to for them trips and those competitions, they was hundreds of dollars. Talking about new uniforms, fees, this, that. My dad always had to pay for those trips. Cypress TV says, "Tracy, I was in the streets too much for kids." That's what happens when you start having the kids, you stop being in the streets. You stop being in the streets. You're supposed to mature. Cypress, you need to be trying to get you a wife. Instead, you sitting up talking about you want to be a player at 40 years old. You're almost 40. You already said you ran off some good women because you was trying to play both of them. Lucky I caught another evening live. Hey, Miss Catalea. We just talking shit. That's what we doing. It's just throwing stuff up in the air. I'm kind of wired up. Whenever I go out on cases, I be amped up, and it take me a minute to calm down. Um, yeah, Cyrus, it's time for you to have you some children. I guess Mr. Parker done fell on off to sleep. He comes in and talks shit and then leave. Um, Cypress TV, I ain't mad at you. You made my night. Play what I must have missed that episode. Catch me up. I wasn't gonna never stop. Hell no. Oh Lord, Cypress. You are Cypress just talking because he regrets that he played those women like that. Cypress, well, Cypress, tell the truth now. You regret that you played with those women like that because you said that once once one of the women left you alone, the other woman didn't want you no more either. I was looking at this girl. I always look at her. She's like she does poems. And so I was looking at her blog, and it's so true because as I thought about, me and Cypress had already talked about this. She couldn't have said it no better. That when these men, some men, and it could be the same thing with women, because I don't want men to think I'm bashing them. When I say men, I'm not talking about all men, because all men are not the same. Every man is different. And I mean, they have different, everybody is different. And she says that as a matter of dog, I would have played. Let me see if I can find it. I might have to just sum it up. I'm not logged in on Facebook. I'm not logged in on Facebook, so I may not be able to. Let me see if she's on, because she summed it up. She's on Instagram. Let me see if I can find that. Here it is, right here, y'all. Here it is. This right here sums it up. And men need to know this. See, but they'll be feeling like you bring it out of him, bring it out. See, they'll be feeling like I'm bashing men. I don't bash men. I only bash the ones that ain't right. All men are not the same, and I don't even bash them. I just don't fool with the ones that ain't right.
Something. I really do value and appreciate sisterhood, but I really know that a lot of these women ain't no good. So I feel you when a lot of times women be saying, I don't fool with these women. I don't fool with these hussies, but y'all be calling them other words and different things like that. That's your business. But at the end of the day, I get it, because a lot of the time you will be around people and you don't even understand these women be right up under you, figuring your man out, honey, what he like to eat, how we like his stuff position, what his
That's so
favorite
true.
socks is, and all of that other stuff. And you don't know she using you like the coach. She using you right there like the coach. So at the end of the day, you done gave her the game plan. You done talked about all the business to her because she done made you feel comfortable. And within a few months to a couple years down the road, you getting a divorce from your husband. And when you go to sign them papers, baby, she right there. She is right there at the divorce signing. And why is that? Because she was just waiting. She was just waiting on the opportunity to move you out the way. And a lot of these men, y'all get big headed. Y'all get big headed, not remembering where you come from. Okay, you forgot when you ain't had no cell phone, no money, no pot to piss in, or window to throw it out. You forgot. Okay, you
Oh,
done got real grand out here thinking that this woman, people love who I'm is. They love me. I've been that nigga. No, no, that girl made you somebody, pimp. Remember, back then they didn't want you. You got with her and they was all on you. Why? Because they never wanted you. They wanted that woman spotted. You just came with the territory. You know what I mean? You just came. You were seated there. And watch that woman start treating you bad. Soon as you doing more for her than you did your wife. You doing more for this woman to, please her, even though she never pleased. Okay. Watch her start treating you bad. Watch her always talk about your mama, how your mama look like a crackhead, how she bald headed, all of this other stuff that it come back to you later. Watch her start doing that to you. Because you thought she was there for you when in reality she said, he ain't nothing. They start despising you. Because you know why? When the woman that you start treating bad and you leave for her, when that woman start accelerating, she got to get rid of you. She trying to get rid of you right now. She want to be under the new man that the woman got. She want that lifestyle. She'll even be stalking the Instagram. Oh, she got short hair this week. I got short hair this week. Oh, you went long hair. I'm getting my long hair back in. What, you got long nails this week? You got short nails this week? We gonna do that. Come on here now. She never wanted you, pimp. She wanted that woman spot. Enjoy yourself though.
yeah, that's so true. That's so true right there. That's so true. A lot of women do stuff like that. I say this all the time. They be obsessed with the one. They be obsessed with the woman. They be obsessed with the woman. They checking the woman out. Oh, she thinks she did. I'm gonna see if I could take him. They become obsessed with trying to compete with that woman. It didn't necessarily have to be. It could have been any man that that woman was with. They want to prove to themselves that they're better than their woman. That's the reason why when you have men that mess over you for women like that, never take their asses back. Tracy says she made you hot like when the oven was on in my tea greasy. See, a lot of men don't like to hear that, but it's the truth. And vice versa. It could have been the same way. Like if it was a vice versa, a woman, okay. It could have been the same way if it was a man going through the situation. Because I don't want men to say I'm bashing them because I do not bash men. I don't. People be getting so sensitive. Sometimes people be talking about situations that they've seen somebody else go through, or they could be thinking about maybe a situation they went through. And then I might get on here and talk about it, and then men be thinking I'm bashing all men. I know that all men are not the same. She said they tender. I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you what I was doing tonight when I was out on my case. I was sitting out there in my car so long. I started taking my hair down. And it was so crazy. And here's the crazy thing. I started taking my hair down and because I gotta go get my hair redone next week anyways. I was like, let me just start taking it down. I always start in the middle. I don't know what made me start on the side. So how about my subject, you know, ended up leaving home and going to a restaurant, and I started taking my hair down on the side, y'all. I looked like straight up Aquanisha. I was trying to I was trying to swerve it around to I mean, I look a hot mess. I don't know what made me start taking my hair down on the side instead of in the middle. I look like Aquanisha. I look like Aquanisha. Mm, mm, mm. Y'all know who Aquanisha is. Y'all remember on Madia's family reunion on the play? And Mr. Brown had a daughter named Aquanisha. One side of her hair was nappy, the other side of her hair was permed. Anyways, what y'all gonna be doing tomorrow? Hey, Miss Diane, how are you doing? Tracy, she says, are you from Sikeston, Missouri? I think Tracy is from out of St. Louis, but she might be from Sikeston. I know. She's from St. Louis. Mm. Cypress said, who chilling tomorrow? Cypress, you got you a girlfriend now? Do you have a girlfriend? Cypress? Cypress needs to start dating. But Cypress, no woman is gonna let you play with her. Cypress start dating with having the thoughts of playing a woman in his mind. He feel like he's supposed to have two women at one time. Cypress, ain't nobody letting you get away with that. And ain't no woman gonna be letting you play with her now. You asking for it. It's more and more people that's mentally ill. They'll do something to you. So you get you somebody, you're gonna have to at least try to do right by the lady. Instead, you sitting there talking about you wanna have he want three women at one time. It ain't nothing you could do with three women at one time. Shit. You won't even have the energy for them. See how guys, especially when they start in their late 30s and 40s and 50s and stuff, how in the world they have the energy to be dating three women? Women are very territorial and kooky. I don't know how they have all that energy to deal with three of them. Ken says, "What's up, love? We on the late night tip tonight. We on the late night tip." Cypress, you don't have no energy to be dating no three women at one time. We get the energy from GMC. Okay. He said finesse 2 times. He on finesse 2 times. Finesse 2 times probably on Viagra. Finesse 2 times ass is probably on some type of X pill or Viagra. He said 3 women at one time. Oh, dude hit different. Huh? I saw where you mentioned Sykeston. That's why I asked. I'm from Maiden, Missouri, but I live in Louisville, Kentucky. Okay. Cypress can't do nothing with no 3 women at one time. Okay. Cypress needs to have a seat. He ain't doing nothing. I think men can have 3 women at one time. Cause I don't know how. Not unless the women are just pushovers. If we together, when he gonna get the opportunity to be with the other two? That's what I'm trying to understand. If me and him together, when is he gonna have the opportunity to go be with 2 other women? He ain't gonna have the opportunity to be with one. He says he's from the deep south, Greenville, South Carolina. Oh wow. So where's Cypress TV at? Hold on, let me see. I bet that's him calling. I reckon. Hold on, Cypress. That was you. I'm going to call you back. Hold on one second. I'm gonna call you back in just a few minutes. Says I'm from the bottom, North Miami-Dade County. I hear you. Like Florida. Only thing I don't like about it, it looks like it's wet all the time. Like it looks muddy a lot around the houses. Love to see some OPI polished nails. There's a lot of men that like fingernail polish. I was going visiting this church with a pastor went crazy over colorful. Oh my God, you better not come up through there with like like them loud colors I like wearing. Shoot, you have on an orange, a loud yellow, a loud green, and I'm gonna tell y'all something. What was so crazy about it? He's old now. He could barely walk, but he always talk about his knee. But he would come from out of the pulpit and um come around like to and sit on the table where you when you come to give your tithes and offering in the cash tray. He would come and sit on the damn table so he could look at he would come out of the pulpit hopping. He would have the deacons to help him down because it was a few steps. He would have the deacons to help him down so he could sit on the table and look, and he sit there smiling to look at the toenail polish on your toe. And then after you know the giving was over, the deacons would carry him back up to the pulpit. Can't even hardly walk. Hell, ought to be ashamed of himself. He didn't have on no fingernail polish. He like looking at women toes that had loud fingernail polish, like loud colors on them, like those yellows and greens and oranges and stuff. He said, "Me too. I like toes." Oh Lord, a lot of men like toes, but I mean, mm, I don't think the pastor's supposed to be stalking toes at the church, though. He's stalking toes at the church. He's stalking toes. He said they gotta be legit. Oh Lord. Okay, they gotta be legit. I tell you. They said they rescued a pig from flooding after the hurricane. I hope they didn't rescue that pig just so they could slaughter it and eat it. I bet that's why they did it. They're gonna kill the pig and eat it. He said, I have learned that the way to the woman heart is through her feet. Foot rub with lavender oil works every time. Oh wow. I hear you. A foot rub with lavender oil. Um, hmm. Toes gotta be so pretty so I can some Cool Whip around. And so once you put the Cool Whip around the toes, what you gonna do after that? Once you put the Cool Whip on the toes, what you gonna do after that? You putting the Cool Whip in the wrong. Lord, stop me. Lord, please stop me. I mean, it's other places you can put the Cool Whip other than the toes. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button for me, okay? Hold on, you all. Um, he said toes gotta be so he said cherry on top. No, I wasn't talking about Cool Whip on the nipples. Never mind. I wasn't talking about that either, but let me call Cypress. Hold on. He said, ain't nothing. What's up, Cypress? So what you talking about, Cypress? Why you don't want to promote the family structure? What you mean? Why not? Well, then that's the way it's supposed to be, though. Just because it wasn't promoted to you, don't mean you shouldn't want it promoted. So you don't want to get a wife and have some babies. Well, she wanted you to have some children. Well, then your ass needs to be trying to get you a wife now. Instead, you're talking about you want 3 women. What you gonna do with 3 women? You can't do nothing with no damn. Finesse ain't doing nothing to them women. He thought he was making babies, and they ain't even none of his. He's sitting there writing songs and stuff about it now. But then you need to make time. They said Tracy says Finesse lost himself. I'm trying to understand why didn't Finesse make that girl have a DNA test? He ain't manipulating no women. Them folks is with him for his money. If he didn't have that money, they wouldn't be letting him manipulate them. Cause I get to wondering about him sometimes wearing them ponytails with that pink, wearing pink boots and pink shirts and pants and stuff. Long fingernails. I get suspicious about men that have long fingernails. Men are supposed to keep their fingernails cut. Mm-mm. I'm old school. I don't believe in men wearing all those soft colors. You know, they want to wear pink and peach and no, he's supposed to want to wear black and blue and you know stuff colors like that. Deep colors. You get to my baby, I want to wear my pink pants and my pink shirt and then they tight pants. And I'm all country. I said pants. They're tight pants. She said pink and orchids. Mm-mm. They supposed to keep those fingernails cut low. And me myself, I have issues with men that go get their toes done at the nail shop. I, why would he want to be at the? That's what I do. Why he want to go do it? Oh no, no, oh no! So would you go get your toes done? No. No, you supposed to. I mean, as far as they said he be going to get their toes clip. I mean, if he got a woman, she's supposed to clip his toenails. Right. These women ain't good for shit. No, listen. Cypress, you said yourself the women that you was with, you said they were good women. You the one messed up. You the one that wasn't. No, I said no. They were good women. They were good women, but shit. I came in on school. Well, okay, how come you? Well, why don't you go back and try to wipe one of them? What happened with that? What's up, dead? They dead? Yeah. I don't even know. Well, one of them was sick. I don't know about her. How old were they? Well, one of them, she was kind of older. I started from one job. I was young. About how old was she? How much older was she than you? She like 2 years older than me. I'm like 15, 16. And how old was she? She was grown. Oh Lord, have mercy, Jesus. Oh God, Cypress. Mm-mm. She was grown and man when I was done. Oh Lord Jesus. Mm-mm-mm. No, what? Well, how old was the other one? Mm, she like she like 7 years younger than me. Mm. Which one did you like the best, the old one or the young one? Uh, uh, the young one. You talking about you want to be like finesse 2 times? That's a bad example. Finesse 2 times is a hot damn mess. Well, I ain't making no babies another minute. Trying fooling fast, but I'm really having fun with this thing, having my way with it. No girls getting what they can from out of finesse before their ride is over. You might be right. I wouldn't be calling to put babies in me with it. The other girl say she pregnant, the first baby mama. Well, they ain't talking about that yet. When they hit the fan. No, they're not talking about it. I know it. Well, it still ain't gonna go nowhere anyway. I'm scared to say he can get 15 women pregnant. Sugar ain't going nowhere. Not until his money run out. I don't think the money gonna run out. Not right now. He's talented. It shouldn't run out, but he's stupid. Yeah, he is there. I fuck with him, but yeah, he's stupid at the moment. Hey, Diane. Shout out to everybody that promote the family structure. That's right. We promoting the family structure. Cypress, you gonna come to my wedding? Yes, I might find my wife. Just said I knew you want. You just said you didn't want a wife. I knew you wanted a wife. Hey, look, you might find a yeah, the women I be around not gonna play with your Cypress. They're not gonna put up with your shenanigans. You gonna do right or else. What is wrong? I know you giving them an ultimatum to put up with your shit or wrong. Well, they not gonna put up with your shit now. Well, they know what to do with it. No, they not gonna fool with you. And they not fool. Don't get flipped and put in the damn trunk. Yeah, I'm getting older now. That's they need about me. Like, well, these women so crazy in the world, and they kind of hard. What you mean they crazy? All women are not crazy. Okay, well, most of you right. Yeah, but most men are crazy. Yeah. You right. A whole heap of these men just stone crazy. That's the old folks say, a whole heap. Yeah, I never thought about settling down and all that, but y'all been talking a whole lot about this lately. Yeah, go on, get you a good wife, but make sure that you are a good man. I don't know about good man, but good kidney, man. I'm about good man. Cypress, I'm gonna invite you to my. I'm gonna invite you to my wedding. Maybe the woman you marry, maybe she'll catch my bouquet. Man. Need a couple of y'all that fell in love. I'm gonna invite you to my wedding as soon as I find me a husband. As soon as I gotta get him first. Alright. Speak up. Speak up. I don't think I want no more young women. I think I'm gonna feel with the older women. Oh, because you feel like the older women gonna let you get over on them. Mm. No, older one, you know what I mean? And when you say older women, how old are you talking about? Somewhere in the 40s. Oh, okay. Just a little bit. So just a little bit older than you. Yeah. How old are you? I'm almost 40. How old are you? I'm 40. So you 39? Mm-hmm. You need to be trying to have you some damn kids. No, I don't want no more babies. I want nothing them motherfuckers. You don't want no kids? Hell no, I ain't never want no. No, well, hey, if I slip up against they gonna be straight with it. I ain't. Oh Lord, he said you pull more women with a wife. Lord have mercy, Jesus. Is it that bad? No, Ken says that. He says you pull more women with a wife. What? Yeah, what do you do? Women playing themselves like that to be second. Yeah. Mm-mm. Oh God. They cool with being a five people in the world. They want a man with a wife because they figure they just want their bills paid right. They figure he could pay some bills. No, they can do what they want to, and he mad, so he can't say nothing like that. But and then that's when they let him down. They get mad. And you know, why they do that? Yeah, but they find a way to trick him in there. Mm-mm-mm. But these niggas ain't paying no bill now. They brother gonna buy a woman a damn house. No, pay your bill. And the women put up with stuff like that. But yeah, put up with stuff like that. Lord, because they don't know no better. I thought these younger women was like they more about their money. What their money? I'm talking about I thought they said they was breaking dudes off. I thought they said they was breaking the dudes. No, I don't know what you know. Yeah, they breaking that nigga off from that camera and they get him to head. He gonna hit him with $100 Hit right on to his wife. Lord mercy. I don't know what's going on in this world today. We ain't got nothing. We ain't got none of that family structure going on, y'all. Ooh, I don't know what's going on today. Well, that's because a lot of women don't really know how to be wives. They don't understand what the male role is, and they don't know how to be a wife. Well, they feel like just screwing a man real good is they feel like screwing a man real good is that's what makes them wife material. They don't have any idea. Well, that's true. Sacrifice everything they got. Mm-hmm. For a young man, that know how to screw real good. As long as she can deep throw him, he done left everything behind. Well, those that understand, those that understand the value of, a wife, what a wife is supposed to offer, they know it's more than sex. Because what if he gets down? If it's all about sex, things can happen instantly. He could have a wreck and be, um, you know, paralyzed from the waist down. Then what? Oh Lord, have mercy, Jesus. He says $40 and 2 loose cigarettes and Jack Purtle's chicken. That that's what they're doing it for some Jack Purtles and 2 loose cigarettes. Lord have mercy. Oh God, these girls. Oh Lord. They gonna do more for the new cigarettes than the Jack Purtles. Oh my God. Lord have mercy. Y'all ain't right. Oh Lord have mercy. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I'm a grandma. That's not going on. I hope not. They doing anything for some loose cigarettes. Lord have mercy. I refuse to believe that. Lord have mercy. Trying to understand how these girls getting on drugs like that. Mm. I remember I had a guy that I was talking to. I told him I never smoke weed. I don't smoke weed because I'm allergic to smoke. I'll never forget he wanted to eat. You need to try it. I was done with him. Nigga, if I tell you I don't smoke weed, I don't do drugs, why would you try to convince me to smoke weed? I knew at that point that he wasn't somebody that I would ever want to talk to. You smoke weed? You try to say you don't drink, but you do. What you be sipping on? A little shot of what? Lord Jesus. Mm, that's what you be on, because they said you be putting that Don Julio in that Coke. Okay, I thought they said you be putting that Don Julio in that Coke. Other movement is that. Oh Lord, have mercy. Cypress, you know that ain't how it's supposed to be. It's gonna hurt you if you find you a good woman and you just and you lose her now. You lost. How it gonna hurt you? Well, they're not gonna put up with your shit now. I don't know why you just can't be faithful. So you get you a woman, you gonna be faithful. Weren't you dating somebody? Weren't you dating somebody out there in Houston? Well, what happened to it? What happened? Oh, okay. He said two-piece dark. So you can go your separate ways. Oh, okay. Well, people don't be wanting to waste time no more. Don't nobody want to waste time. People are not dating just to be dating anymore. People are should be dating with a purpose. And the ultimate purpose is to get married, right? To get married and live forever, happily ever after. It's to death do you part. I mean, that's what I'm gonna tell. When I meet somebody that I like enough, if we like each other enough to get married, I'm gonna tell him now. Are you sure? It's to death do us part. A lot of women now are okay with being sloppy seconds. He said a lot of women are okay with being sloppy seconds. That's sad if that's what women are preferring to be the side chick. Well, you hear a lot of women say that they didn't want to be the side chick, that the man didn't tell them that they were married. Well, it's a lot of men now that are messing with married women. That's sad. That's so sad. So you saying the women are gonna give it up anyway, so the man might as well go and get it. How about not messing with that man's wife? I'm gonna tell you. Listen, let me tell you something. Some of these men are so possessive. See, it's different because see, when women catch their man cheating, they gonna holler and scream and cry and act a fool and want to fight. These men are killing folks about their wives. Mm. Mm. Have you ever dated somebody's wife? Mm-hmm. Lord have mercy. Now, men are very good. How when did she have time to be with you? Was she still with her husband? Hmm. We got a cousin who said that her and her husband were both cheating, and she said she was spending nights out with her boyfriend. And she said when she started being at home on the weekend, her husband said, "You and your boyfriend must broke up." People just need to learn to be faithful to each other. Be faithful.
So at this point in my life, I'm still getting older. She ain't been to work for it, but I was like, marriage sounds good, but I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Cause see, all my cousins and shit, they all been married, y'all. But I wasn't on that type of shit. I'm like, man, y'all been having this shit. I'm moving around going what I do.
You should have been trying to get you a wife.
Hell no, I don't want no work for man, wife. I'm at the street. You know, no.
A wife ain't worse.
Nah, I ain't want no wife.
Especially not a good wife. She is a good wife is not worse. You want to be there with her consistently. If you love somebody, you want to be up under them all the time. If you love somebody, you're supposed to want to be up under them all the time.
About women that want to win without work. Guess what? I want to come home every night. Take it out. You know, I was doing this. I'm minding my business, mind your business. Or I'll see you when I see you.
Oh Lord. Mm-mm. I ain't gonna have no man that I'm with to do that, let alone a husband. Talk about I'll see you when I see you. Mm-mm.
Well, they know when I was born. They know I was running around and shit. I got a key for the house. I want to come home. I come home. I'm I come home. Key.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, Cypress, you're terrible.
Now that's great.
How are you the blueprint?
And now it's all you gotta do is keep your feelings out the way. This shit can work.
Well, I can't be with nobody if I can't. I mean, it's got to be some feelings involved. He got to care about how I feel.
Yeah, I ain't most of the shit I ain't with all in life. I ain't gonna be up under you every day. Yeah, I'm gonna come home. Yeah. Instead of me being at home like this, like, man, I'm gonna come home sometime, but instead of me coming home and like this, man,
Mm. That ain't happening.
oh, that ain't what fighters do, man. Come home, but all that, they're not gonna be home, man, like, I'm under you and all that.
Hmm. I mean, that's what you're gonna need to do with your woman.
But me and my woman, you got to stay gonna be like what? I ain't coming home.
Why not?
Gonna be fast.
Why you not coming home? Mm-mm. Cypress, you asking for a charge. That's what you asking for. How you think you gonna be married to a woman or be in a relationship with a woman sitting up talking about you ain't coming home because you don't want to?
No, listen. Not the type of shit. Ain't shit come home every no.
If you can't come home every night, then you're not gonna come home no nights.
Why you have your own? And why you have your own shit tucked away? You ain't gotta worry about it. You can be what you think.
Well, I hope you be happy. I hope you be happy.
Oh, yeah, I'm always happy. Hey, yeah, I mean, when I had both of my women, one at home and they go to him, and they knew kind of about each other.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they knew about each other. I ain't gonna say they knew about each other. So it wasn't like it was no surprise, but like, see, they know when I come home, I'm coming home. I'm gonna be at home for a couple days, so it's gonna be nice when I ain't coming home at all.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes you know, I be at home all night. You motherfucker ain't want to call to the house. Fuck you. And see, they grow. They been doing fun.
You can't have your cake and eat it too. If you think you're gonna be able to play them games, something wrong with you.
Hey, listen, friend. Like we're all real powers. You can play it, but you gotta choose wisely when you play this with. Work for it. Hey, look, everybody don't make me. It can work for you.
Nah, it can't work.
Hey, man, look, it can work. But I think it's a good one for coming down to fight for me.
Mm.
Remember?
Who? Who? Uh, what? She not gonna put up with your shit though. She ain't gonna put up no bullshit.
Hey, man, you know, fight, but hey, you know, I ain't man, I'm a Memphis nigga. I would make.
Mm-mm.
Don't kill me. I make.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah, I'm looking for.
You gonna mess around and make a woman hurt you.
I ain't gonna let no woman hurt, but she gotta make it count. That's all I tell you. That much she got to count. Now I'm asking for older women. I think I'm asking for older women this time.
Well, that's what you aim for. That's what you aimed for the last time, and you still didn't do right.
Well, this is called. Well, yeah, you're right. Yeah. Yeah.
What you need to do is we're in a different time now. What you need to do is make up your mind that you're gonna do right. Cause you know that shoot, these wouldn't be looking at ending your life.
Well, they better make it count. Make it count, goddamn. But if you don't try, make it count. Cause if you don't, it ain't great. Make it count.
Lord have mercy.
But I love the women though.
Mm. Mm.
I'm a happy. I'm a happy and good woman, man. It's so yeah.
Ken said you want that truck driver's life. You want to act like a truck driver. Have you a family everywhere?
No, I don't want to have no family in work. Shit. That was the shit I was dodging. Young shit. But I was in the streets. I wasn't trying to have no family. I wasn't trying to do none of this shit.
What Cypress? I mean, there is it's Texas is Houston is way bigger than Memphis. How come you ain't found you a woman in Texas as big as Houston is?
I ain't looking for no one.
Mm.
I ain't looking for no woman. See, like my cousin and them, one of my people, he be paying them. Yeah,
Yeah. What he be saying?
he be mad if he ever type, man, you can't see down. You gonna find a woman that she gonna have you. You need to settle down, try to be married like the rest of us. And run a deal, right? You know all that Martin Luther King is. I don't be wanting to sit there.
Well, he telling you right. You need to be trying to get you a woman and sit down somewhere.
They say, man, you gonna run to a woman, man, she gonna make you fall in love and you gonna be mad. And you gonna start running in these streets and this. And I'm like, oh, baby, you come with all these. It ain't the truth, but I love her so much.
Well, they telling you right. You need to get you a wife.
But she's they got married young. I'm still trying to be. When I come around them, I got a whole mission mentality. They like on some settle down, chill type.
Where are they from? Where are your cousins from?
Well, they from Memphis, but they grew up in Florida. They were born in Memphis, but they grew up in Florida.
Mm.
So they whole mind frame was just come out. Like I came out of school, I come around these like pretty Tony and like,
I thought you said Pretty Tony was on crack. Well, I was gonna say, why you trying to be like him then? If you say he was on crack, why do you talk about him all the time?
Yeah, I was that. No, what I'm saying was, I was about grew up around these, like, women. So I grew around that shit. I didn't go around no damn fucker type shit. I grew around. They didn't have a plenty of women doing what they want when they can do.
Okay, so you don't you think Pretty Tony and all of them don't you think they matured? Pretty Tony started back putting out music. He done started back putting out music and everything. What was he talking about? And was he signed to DJ Paul? Was he signed to Hypnotize Minds? Well, well, I saw Pretty Tony put out a video. I saw it. Well, he making his comeback. He making his comeback. He making his comeback. Man, man, making his comeback. Man, making his comeback. Did Pretty Tony know the business? Did he make a lot of money off of when he was rapping? Are you living in LA now? Who he living with up there? So it's expensive in LA, so he must be making some money.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
he making pretty good money. He go right at the producer.
Mm-hmm.
They, yeah, they made it. Surprise, nigga, you been on.
Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm.
Them folks ain't finna go fast. No, most definitely ain't finna stand nobody that know the business. You can hang there.
Paul real honorary. He always was.
Yeah, all always been full of shit. Told him know it. I been full of shit.
What? Did Paul pay Crunchy Black like he should have? Crunchy Black was a lot of people look. Hmm.
Give him enough money to keep him quiet. He ain't even never pay him right. Hell no. That's all we have left.
Mm-mm-mm.
Boy, the way he robbed Gangsta Boo and the Lord,
I was surprised he did that to Lord, his blood relative.
he robbed Pimpo Blind, man. That what Tommy was ranting about last night. Man, he done robbed the artist blind and made them sign on you. You got all this and money and stuff, and they ain't got a dollar.
Mm,
But all the way around,
mm,
because they all died broke, Lord. Mm, mm, they all died broke.
mm. Do him and Juicy still talk? Have they made up?
Nah, they just do business because Juicy really don't want to deal with Paul like this.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he didn't want to deal with Paul, but they have to still do business with each other. But Paul said him and Juicy really don't talk. Juicy don't want to deal with Paul. Now, because he found out Paul schooled him on the deal.
Yeah, because everybody thought him and Juicy owned that record label together.
No, Paul always his record.
But I think Juicy thought that he was part owner.
Yeah, but no, that's Paul shit. But now Juicy get get money out when they have them you know, when they gotta clear them samples and shit.
Yeah.
So, you know, you do production too. They're like, oh, they kind of flip it. They kind of flip it. Like Paul had a more percentage in him the time mind, and he found out about it later. That's the reason why he didn't come back out with he he came back out with the money when he could use the 369 because they're owned by Sony owned the name right there. Paul sold the name right to Sony.
Mm.
Right up under them for they ain't no that.
Why Juicy and them wasn't handling their business?
That's how he was under the impression they took the business until the paperwork came out.
He didn't when he was getting them checks. He didn't know them checks weren't right, but he was just getting more money he ever had. He didn't look into it, did he?
Right. I believe it when he went out, and the power had been doing business for so long. All time, Paul scorned the man. That's really why 360 was done. And then he came up with the Martin Six and tried to get to the mess with it. He was like, no, he ain't gonna be a part of it. And Paul had a system there, but he'll see when he got on business, but like, like ever being cool how they want, they'll never be.
Hmm. I tell you. Hmm. Well,
Yeah, yeah.
listen, was gangster was Project Pat signed to Hypnotize Minds?
Man.
Cause you don't never hear him talk about Paul. Period.
Now he really don't. He deal with Paul business wise. All level. Because the say no more. Them folks finna be down in the dark. And Patty came out and say no more start doing music.
Yeah, he did.
So I could never all the capital in this dude.
Crunchy could dance. Crunchy could dance real good.
Yeah.
They called it
And
juking.
the nigga filthy with Dixon, man.
Well, they said Paul didn't never do Crunchy right. They mistreated him.
No. Yeah, they all treated him and he said what hurt his feelings was Juicer said about him. The Juicer said Posse wants to reach his link in his book. You know, Posse always loved him from Paul. I always tried to beat up Paul. I would never pay him right and nothing. And Paul pay him enough trying to keep him exposed and telling the real about him.
Yeah, they didn't do him right. Somebody that know the inside of what happened. They said they really treated Crunchy Black bad on the road. They said like if they would get pulled over, the police would pull them over. Paul would make Crunchy take the charge. If he didn't take the charge, they told him they would send him home. Now, that's what somebody told me. It's like they really mistreated him really bad.
Please. He said he was just flying from the mind. There's no place to hang out with you kids. You should like no get mad. You ain't gotta have permission. You know, trying to make the person feel some kind of way. Right? But Fly should have been doing this shit. So that need to be something for the next.
Why would Crunchy feel some kind of way about Player Fly saying that?
No, it's like Fly trying to shit on him in front of people and doing this shit like be cool with playing, be cool with it. You ain't gotta do it like that. Hell, all these people the same way.
I didn't know he was signed to Paul.
So I was gonna say he was signed to Paul, but Paul just did his first album and shit. But yeah, they screwed him. I know they paid, but they screwed him on the same time.
Maybe that's Troy's fault.
Well, all the slavery they people really was about gangsta food.
Who?
Gangsta food. That was all the black people about gangsta.
Willie D said, breaking news, Gotti got fake teeth.
Oh. Yeah, they people really about gangsta food, man. 'Cause, gangsta food has God's wrath. don't know what Fly was messing with. And they said he would, but he never permitted to. But everybody know power.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And that what they beef really was about, but they don't put it out. Yeah, they beef was about that.
Mm. Lord Jesus, I tell you. Mm-mm-mm. Paul living in Vegas now. He married to a white lady now, ain't
Why not? Yeah, he got problems out there. Yeah, but I know Pooh was about such a guy that I said about Paul, but he ended up blind, but I don't know what Paul would be for this situation.
he? Mm. So Poop ended up dying in Las Vegas.
Uh, now he was on his way to Vegas. Now he was in Memphis, he was on his way to Vegas. That's about sold up the house and he was a few.
Did somebody kill him or did he overdose?
With that shit. He had a stroke.
And he had a what?
He had a stroke and an aneurysm.
Think somebody gave him something bad?
When the doctor tell you leave that shit alone, leave it alone.
Doctor had told him to leave it alone.
Yeah, quit getting high, man. He smelled that shit and took his people a dose to have food.
That's too bad.
Same way with Lord. Same way with Lord. That nigga ain't nobody. That nigga ain't never been a drug. He ain't like.
But he had other issues going on. When he was diabetic too? Or did the drugs mess up? The drugs shut his kidney down, right?
Drugs, they all cocaine and weed and all this shit. This is definitely took him on out. He had a heart attack.
I thought they said it was his kidneys.
No, he had a heart attack. Full all them
I'm talking about Lord Infamous. Is that?
he had a heart attack.
I ain't know Lord Infamous had a heart attack.
Mm-hmm. He had a heart attack and his mama paid him every kiss.
Oh God.
FaceTime over there, say he's gonna take a nap, put his head down on the table, he was dead in his.
Oh God. Somebody might have gave him a bad drug.
Probably did, he used to like to take all this shit at one time and mix all this shit, man. But all of them used to get mad about him doing this shit.
But they were the ones that got him hooked on it, weren't it? Wasn't it? They just ended up getting off of it. He couldn't get off of it.
Yeah, all the cocaine.
Ricky always wanted to do what Paul did. He always was quiet and he always did whatever Paul said do. That's what Ricky did.
Paul never put him up on cocaine and all that shit. No, hey,
You said they got fly on it. Oh, Lord, that's the worst thing they could have ever did.
I think it's still better.
Hmm.
You think it's interesting. And that was a good thing, be a chill.
Hmm. That's what got player fly on it.
Yeah, and that's all that shit strong. Now, you was a nigga when you sold, but you could have been a whole time nigga, right?
Who play a fly?
Yeah. You get older, don't push it back.
We can talk for a few ticks. Head for the studio message. Oh, they out there grilling. Play a fly. He talented though. Oh, play a fly. I play. He get off.
Man, you know, man, never be now, you know.
He took a picture with Tito Jackson. Wait a minute, let me see something. Hold on. I like shout out to Player Fly.
Man, I
Uh-oh.
heard somebody say that trucking is the new dope game. Trucking is the new dope game.
Yeah, Lord, please don't let him snout on the
Tell you, man, trucking the new dope
video.
game, man. Trucking the new dope game. Bad news. Man, I heard somebody say that trucking is the new dope game. Trucking is the new dope game. Tell you, man, trucking the new dope game, man. Trucking the new dope game. Bad news. Yeah, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but trucking is trucking. And the goddamn dope game is the dope game. Trucking is not the new dope game. Please know that every motherfucker talking about trucking is the new dope game. Now, trucking been trucking since trucking been trucking. Drugs been drugs since drugs been drugs.
No.
Yeah, you know. Oh Lord have mercy. Shout out to Player Fly. I like Player. Yeah, we got to do something to start back promoting just say no to drugs. And I'm serious. Mm-mm.
Look at the thought about the thing I thought about was looking at him and saying, he was like, listen, nigga,
Oh God. Mm-mm-mm. I hate to see stuff like that. I do. And I like Player Fly. I think he's funny and all that, but mm,
Fire. She saw that. She saw that fire. She saw that fire. What? What?
mm, oh Lord. But Player Fly is talented, ain't he? He's talented. He knows how to make a rap song out of anything, don't it? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Why they don't hang around each other no more?
see, number one, he ain't like a race to see who's gonna get out. White sausage has a nice look like put me around. You know, fucked up there. That's so UCH Parkway shit. Out the mall from. So you probably gonna be stop hanging around this week.
Oh Lord have mercy.
White sausage on the hanging around.
They all grew up over there in the same neighborhood.
I wish I could find this video with Black Panther at the man house. Music playing, he's full of the goddamn propane. I the phone, like,
Fly. Y'all think because they said when Player Fly is sober, he's very conscious. He's very conscious. He's very highly smart, intelligent, knows his history, all that good stuff.
when he hit that dollar, he a whole different nigga. I'm sitting there, man, I watched the video, I'm like, man, Black, you can't be letting this contract nigga pull up at your house like this.
I bet you don't ever know what his mood gonna be. When they smoke like that, you don't ever know what their mood is gonna be.
No, he don't know what his move gonna be. He just hit that dollar, hit that dollar go down, he gonna be a whole good shit.
Wonder why he don't try to get himself clean.
But he up all the stop with the flow. You said the man in the mill. He gonna stay high. He gonna stay putting that dust.
Mm.
Mm.
Think he just feel like he can't get off. He need to at least try to get off.
Well, now, I ain't gonna never stop on no more. That's just like tell him to quit living. I ain't gonna never stop on it. He the man in the motherfucking mirror, Jack.
That's what he's saying. He the man in the mirror. Poor guy.
Yeah. I'm
But he's talented though, because I always thought the Player Fly was signed to T.I.
no. Jam wanted him at one point. He was saying, you know, he ain't want to be going through the rituals and all that shit.
Well, I'm glad he didn't. Mm-hmm. I don't blame Player Fly. He said he just smoke his stuff by himself and he ain't got to go through the rituals. He just get high. So what is he doing? Is he doing crack? Is it crack that he's doing?
No, I'm still raw. I'm still cocaine.
Is it authentic cocaine?
Hope so. But now his ass will be close over.
Oh my God, Lord have mercy. You know what? I've talked to girls who said that they dealt with they said no one else is hearing this dude. Cypress, they said that they can't hear you.
They can hear me.
The thing is moving. So when you talk, it moves. Can y'all hear Cypress?
Can y'all hear me?
If y'all can hear Cypress, say yes.
What it do? Can y'all hear me?
The avatar is moving when you talk.
No. Yeah, can y'all hear me? Yeah, man. I ain't there. Fly, he just fly type of dude. He just won't leave the drugs alone. I ain't way with DB. If DB was to make good music, I won't leave the cat. I won't leave the shit alone. Man, you niggas, granddad, don't sit down somewhere.
I hate it. I hate it. But I knew girls that dated guys who they said they found out. I'm doing good the reality that their boyfriends and stuff was on like on cocaine or whatever. Or they was doing some type of drugs. They said that they had real bad mood swings. I don't want to deal with no man that do no drugs. Cause I don't want to deal with nobody with no crazy mood swings.
Well, definitely don't deal with nobody do no drugs. Well, some people have it different. I guess once it kick in with Fly, he's so used to it. He just started thinking, man, in the mirror and shit, me high. What I done be.
Mm, I tell you. Mm, mm, mm. Anyway, Cypress, I'm getting ready to get out of here so I can get into bed.
Then I'll do this again, everybody. It's down there.
Okay. All right, y'all. I've wind down. It's 2:30 in the morning. I can't remember the last time I had my butt up to 2:30 in the morning, but I had to wind down. Um, yeah, I had to wind my behind down. Anyway, y'all, I appreciate you all staying up. It's been 50 people on here for the longest, so they all in. Who all on here? I would love to know who's on here. Who's on here in the bushes? Please come out of the bushes and say hello. Because I only see about 5 people rotating in the chat. Who else is on here that's in the bushes? Say hello. We want to know who in the bushes so bad. Montgomery said he's a new fan. Okay, thanks for being a new fan, Montgomery. Welcome to the channel. Who else is in the bushes that want to come out and say hello? I guess nobody else wants to say hello. Come out of the bushes and say hello. I guess we're the only weirdos that's up. All the regular people sleep. We're the only weirdos that's still up on live, right? Anyway, y'all, I'm gonna get off here so I can oh God. Prepare myself for bed. And I appreciate you all getting on tonight, okay? I'm gonna try to get on tomorrow if I can. Okay. I want you guys to please like, share, and subscribe. If you would like to support the channel, you can support the channel via Cash App. I love you guys. I'll talk with you later.